you fucking wankers? It's your boy King Cobra JFS, back at it with a video response, or in this case, video response as parenthesis S. We have two random videos to respond to today. First one is from Isaac Butterfield and his lovely wife. The second one is from Timecast in real life. And we're going to cover a wide range of topics. So let's get into it. The first one is 12 minutes long and it's entitled, She Found Out His Secrets. Lil Buttsman.
G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Little Butts Mom. My name's Isaac Butterfield.
And good day to the channel mates and blokes and Sheilas and all those kinds of peoples. If you want to smell good for your Sheila, you gotta check out this tactical soap. They have the cologne sticks, which okay, I'll rub it on my clothes to smell good, just like that. Good stuff. It's basically a cologne stick. You rub it on like that. They also now have deodorant. And they have a body butter for your skin, which will leave your skin soft. You know, hydrates your skin. This is a lotion for your skin, which you can use to now hydrate. And of course, they got their soap. I'm currently washing with some Bond number 1. This stuff works. See, it's starting to wear and tear a bit. It's been showered with. I keep it in the box after I get done showering with it. This is Bond number 1. It smells like leather and charcoal, very masculine scents. Good stuff, fellas. Right? You know, use coupon code KingCobra on the affiliate link and you can check it out. They also have deodorant too, which I haven't tried yet, but I'm looking into it next time I order my round of my smell goods. And then there's this stuff. Oh, Butterfield, you gotta check this stuff out, mate. Look at this. Look at it. Beard oil. God of War beard oil. Oh. Yeah, your lady will love the way you smell. This beard oil is super easy to put on, just a couple drops like that. There we are. Rub it into your beard just like that. And this beard oil will leave your beard smelling soft. I mean, feeling soft and smelling really good. As somebody who struggles with getting some from time to time, women do love the smell of it, dude. They notice me. When I wear my Grondike soap products, they notice me, dude. 100%. I like the reaction I get from adult women when I wear my smell goods. It's a confidence booster. Yeah. So check that out. Link description box below. And using coupon code KingCobra, you can get 15% off your next order and start smelling like a man. The problem with your regular soaps is they have way too many chemicals in it that lower your testosterone and they're bad for your skin. But with tactical soap, this stuff is cold cut pressed soap. It is all natural, made with all natural ingredients. Oh, yes. Mission, attraction, success, and fun. A natural pheromone soap that enhances alpha status, masculinity, attractiveness, and charisma. Ooh. Yeah, Continental Musk is the name of the scent. It literally smells like charcoal and leather. Very masculine scent, and they have like, what is it? Bond number 1, 2, and 3. So they got like 3 different scents to choose from. So check it out. Using the coupon code and affiliate helps me make some money, make me some cheddar, and make you smell better for the ladies. I swear by this soap, dude, not just because I'm a proud affiliate, but because I've seen the results. I don't gotta get some pussy to know that this shit works. You know what I'm saying? So I want to keep waiting patiently and rocking my tactical soap and fighting for gender and racial equality. Because that's what I do. Meantime, it don't matter if you're black or white, okay? This stuff is like having liquid confidence on your skin, dude. So yeah, give it a go, man. It's worth every penny, dude. I love when I get my tactical soap. It gets the job done, son. Yeah, you got a wife you want to smell really good for, like maybe take her out for a nice candlelit dinner. You're feeling like romantic. Yeah, this soap will help you get laid, is what I'm saying. And I don't think Butterfield needs help in that department. It seems always wife is expecting, and a circle of protection for you and your delivery on that, and your child somewhat to be. And fuck sickos. But yeah, check it out. This soap is the shit. Okay? You want to smell sexy for Hermione? You gotta wash your hiney with the tactical soap. Yeah. And I could say Emma Watson's hot because she's of age. Go fuck yourself. Speaking of Emma Watson, she was in a recent movie for Beauty and the Beast, and we'll get into that whole woke bullshit for the second half of the video response. But yeah, like I said, check out that God of War beard oil. This shit will leave your beard softer than silk. Oh yeah, the missus will love the smell of it too, mate. Yeah. Back to the video. So Little Butts Man consists of Isaac Butterfield and his wife Claire, and they do these videos with their greyhounds.
Butterfield, and how you doing? I notice you've got duck earrings in.
Do the noise. He does the best duck noises. I can't do it. If I do it, it sounds like phlegm.
Go on, give him a duck noise.
Doesn't it?
Jesus
It
Christ.
sounds like you're going to spag at a building site.
Bag it off. Ladies and gentlemen, on today's video, Dixon has picked something that I don't know what we're actually going to watch. I don't know what we're going to review today, but I'm excited.
You picked the last.
So when I started watching this video, it kind of put some stuff into perspective. YouTube. I'm sitting here going, "Oh bloody hell! Why the fuck am I complaining about my dry spell? I got no kids, no STIs, none of that shit. If I want to fill my fridge up full of beer, I can do it, and no one's gonna fucking stop me." But it's a little early to be drinking, so there's that. However, if you want to see a fun after 5 o'clock drink combo, donate to Cobra's Cash App or PayPal if you want to see it. And I also use it for other things too. I'm actually planning another cooking video today. One of my fans sent me some Nashville hot Tennessee seasoning. It was that cool dude Alex who blew the glass pipe that he made me, plus the goblets. That thing is, the goblet where I did that gigantic fucking pink champagne drink combo? Yeah. It's just unfortunate he shares the same first name as someone else I know, but it is what it is. Fucking Campbell needs help, dude. Jesus Christ. But that's beside the point.
One, so it sounds fair.
All right, we'll go one for one.
People keep asking about Alex Campbell, which is a different Alex, and I haven't hung out with him in months, and good riddance, to be honest. He would hit on me when he gets super drunk, and I'm not into it. Like, no, dude, stop. Like, if you're gay, that's your choice. And I try to be an ally, you know what I'm saying? And you can't let that ruin your opinion about gay people in general, because if you respect the game, it's no different if a dude were to hit on a chick and she weren't into it. He'd be accused of trying to rape her, but like, it's a total double standard with that. And it's like, people will use that against you now. Like, what are you, some kind of homophobe? And it's like, look, if that grown-ass man wants to suck off another grown-ass man's dick in the comfort and privacy of their own dwelling, more power to you, man. No judgment, dude. The idea of seeing two men kiss is just, no. Don't expect me to be on the sidelines going, yeah, woo, grab his ass. Bill Barr reference. Like, don't expect me to be like overly enthusiastic about it, but you know what I'm saying? As a straight man, I'm gonna be like telling you right now, I support gay rights, LGBTQIAA+. I support Black Lives Matter, although I don't like the assholes who are ruining it for... We'll get into that too. Fuck me. I need some fucking caffeine. I might make some kratom for this shit. Now, speaking of which, this tactical soap makes men respect you because of the pheromones. It makes other men go, top dog, you know? So yeah, I like wearing Bond tactical soap. It's awesome. It smells good. You know, I've heard a lot of great results from other people. I've had fans who reach out. They're like, hey, Cobra, I bought some of your soap through your affiliate link. And holy shit, my girlfriend can't keep her hands off of me. Thanks, bro. Yeah.
Oh, you've sent it to me?
Yes.
I'll open up the computer.
And a shout out to George Bruno, the Sultan of Silver. I subscribe to his channel because he's a pipe smoker, as am I, and I got to sit down and smoke a pipe with him, which I thought was pretty cool. And then I got to plug my Etsy store where I sell these things. Yeah. I make magic wands, YouTube. Look at that. That's cool looking, isn't it? So you got the little wood lathe back. I need to get some more wands made. I want to get a couple of those made. Get them on Etsy. Rightio then.
It's open.
Okay, so what's the secret?
Give
And
it a click,
let's
Butterfield.
have a look at what little Dicky has sent. The man with no penis.
Oh, and fucking, yeah, his wife's having a chuckle at that. She is like, oh, ha, ha, guffaw. Sure, as a woman, it's easy to laugh at the idea of a man not having a penis. That would make them a trans man turning into a woman. But in this case, this guy had an accident with his kidney or some shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Oh boy. Now, I'm not trying to brag about my dick, but I'm proud of what I got. Yeah.
It seems relatable for us.
Yes. What do you mean?
I'm kidding.
How dare you?
I'm kidding. By the way, for the people...
She's taking the piss out of you. That's the classic
At
Aussie
home.
humor.
We're having our coffee. Well, I sculled mine. Mine's gone. But I was having an iced latte. And little man...
Well, like yesterday, I had a really delicious sandwich from Subway. It was an Italiano #4 all-meat sandwich. And I had them add bacon and mozzarella cheese. And then I had them toasted on white bread. And then when I got to the condiment section side of it, it literally had lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, onions, avocado, sandwich oil, Parmesan, and mayonnaise. Fucking beautiful, dude. That sandwich from Subway I had yesterday was the shit. Like the avocado with the bacon and the mozzarella. And then I also had a sprinkle of Parmesan cheese to just, you know what I'm saying? Good sandwich. I'd order it again. So like today, I want to take that seasoning and try to make some like quick, easy Nashville hot chicken. I got some buffalo wings that are like frozen. All I gotta do is fucking bloody microwave them or heat them up in the oven kind of thing. Or I'll just put them on a cooking tray in the oven for like 350 degrees. And you can make like a cheat sauce basically by taking that seasoning and pouring a shit ton of it into a bowl with some butter and then melting it. And then you stir it around, and then when it becomes all saucy like that, it's like a quick 2 minute, 2 second, you know what I'm saying? That was what the fan was telling me anyways, so we'll be checking that out later.
Littlefoot came in and he was sniffing at my coffee.
Littlefoot, you watched The Land Before Time. My name Petrie.
Can't be trusted.
Trying to drink my iced coffee. That's a
I'm
milestone.
going to go up there and belt him.
No, it's a milestone.
And if you don't know what Littlefoot is, then you're too young for me. Hey, millennial, your age is showing.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. No penis.
Lives in Greater Manchester with his 24.
So you gotta check out Buttsman and his wife. They do ghost investigation videos, too.
Hungarian girlfriend, Fedra.
Ooh, 24 years.
So, guys, if you think you have it bad, you think your love life sucks. Could you imagine having a girlfriend but you got no penis to fuck her with. Oh, that would suck so hard, dude. Could you imagine YouTube having like the hottest fucking girlfriend on the planet and like you can't fuck her? That would fucking blow so hard. Oh, wrong kind of blow, Josh.
Old Fedra, yeah.
He's facing
Everyone's
the toughest
dream.
year of
So you're thinking to yourself, okay, so like how hideous is this chick gonna be? Because women crave dick just as much as men crave pussy. Unless you're a lesbian, then it's all about that clam chowder. Yeah, that New England clam chowder. No, it's a different story when you see two chicks kissing and you're like, yeah. And that's kind of the thing of it, though, you know, is women love to watch dudes kiss. They do. You know, and you can't kink shame them for it, because then you're slut shaming.
5 so far.
Clever.
For the last 40 years, Andrew has lived with a shocking body secret that has
Jesus Christ, this fucking wanker is... Poor choice of words, I'm sorry about that. This bloke has been living without his cobra for like 40 fucking years. Jesus, that's gotta... Oh, dude. Yeah.
eaten away at him.
Oh.
It's eaten away at him?
That's also a poor choice of words. Eating away at him? Oh, fuck me.
Oh.
God.
If you're in a pub and you say to them, I'm going to buy a drink, and say, by the way, I haven't got a... They're going to say...
Yeah, but would Claire be laughing if it was like a chick who was born without boobs and a uterus, but still technically counted as a chick? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Drink up your ass.
That is what women would say. If I met you and I didn't have a penis, you would have looked at me and said, stick that fucking drink up your ass, Butterfield.
That is such a fucking double standard. That's what pisses me off about dating anymore. It's like, if you don't date a woman because her boobs are too small, you're a fucking male pig. But if a woman don't date you because your penis ain't big enough, well, tough shit, fella.
Cracked it off. You would have gone to your closest... Poor Dobby.
Dobby
He's
the
seen
house
too much
elf.
on this
Poor
channel.
Dobby. You would have gone to your closest...
Dobby suck.
And you would have ripped off a banister and stuck it on where my penile crevice is, and that would have...
Here's an idea for people out there, because that's kind of bullshit. That, you know, I may be going through a fucking dry spell, but if I want to have a wank off camera, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? This guy can't even wank it. That's gotta fucking suck, dude. That's... no. You know, and it could be worse, you know. There are people out there on the dating scene who have it so much worse, man. You just gotta, you know, look at it from that perspective. Oof. So what about, hear me out on this, we make a strap-on that men can wear, men who do not have penises, but they want to have sex. You with me on this? Okay. And from the end where it's attached, it stimulates and vibrates them down there, sexually stimulating them, getting them to do their thing, you know, kind of thing. But like the opposite end of it's what she wants, big enough to touch her G-spot. Yeah.
And all she wrote,
Big enough to touch your cervix.
ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Fair enough.
You sicko. I like your hat.
Fuck
Thanks.
His relationship with Fedra, like many others before, has been built on
Is that how they have sex?
No, the whole video is him just having a laugh.
an incredible lie.
Don't look at it, honey.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Let's be realistic, man. The only reason why this chick's probably with him is because she's had so many men treat her like dicks. And it's like, yeah, you know how chicks will sometimes have like nightmares of their boyfriend or husband cheating on them, and they just wake up in the middle of the night for no reason and smack them? Like, what the fuck was that for? You cheated on me. No, I didn't. Go back to sleep. Well, I dreamt about it. That's not my problem, love. The likelihood of this guy fucking cheating on his woman, it's like, yeah.
Oh, look at the
Because
building.
just like almost everyone else,
Pretty shit.
she had no idea that he was born without a penis.
Okay, I suggest.
Yikes. This man was born without a penis. That's gotta fucking suck. I can't begin, because I'm proud of my dick. I can't begin to imagine what the fuck. That's gotta suck, dude.
The thing just came up in the
Oh yeah, I'm proud of my dick. That's why I call it my King Cobra. I want to see it spit some venom.
right-hand corner saying, my scrotum is 160 pounds. Must be a new upload from Frenchie.
Oh my god.
Is breathtaking.
Breathtaking. Oh, and he kisses with his
In their
eyes
long-distance
open.
relationship, Andrew found it easy to avoid much discussion about sex. But when she moved into his house, his cover story that he had a kidney problem had to be further embellished.
So they didn't have sex, and they moved in together.
Kidney problem.
Yeah.
Does that
Like when your body goes without sex and human companionship, it does a lot of things to you, like mentally. Like you're depressed because of society's pressures for people to have it. You know, it's what it is.
affect the doodle?
I got no idea, mate.
Does that affect the doodle?
I got 3 kidneys. That's how good I'm going.
Oh my god. See, this bit's pretty. Why didn't he take her to the pond?
Take her in this shit fucking, what are they,
Oh, it
carousel?
looked shit, didn't it?
What's the thing called? The big wheelhouse?
Merry-go-round.
That's not a
know.
merry-go-round. A merry-go-round's that. What's this thing?
Let us know in the comments below. We both have baby brain.
Oh, fuck.
Told her I had a microchip in my kidney.
Oh,
I had
ducks!
kidney effect.
Hang on. Go back.
I told her I had a microchip in my kidney.
I had a microchip in my kidney. What do you mean you've got a microchip?
Okay, no microchipping. I know that's the future, but that's how they'll be able to track us, man. They're already tracking us through our cell phones.
Your kidney, you... Jeez.
Kidney infections and stuff. So she wouldn't touch my kidney. She wouldn't touch anywhere.
Are we not doing the sexy time right? I know he made a baby and stuff, but are you not touching my kidneys? Why aren't you touching my kidneys?
What's the kidney?
Grab onto me kidneys, baby. We're going for a ride.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yuck.
And it kind of kept her away.
Ducky!
The weeks turned into months, and the months into
Affleck!
years. Still unaware of the truth, Fedra happily accepts their sexless relationship.
Okay.
Maybe she just thinks he's ugly.
Maybe it eats box like no one else.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's just it. That's exactly what I'm saying, Butterfield. It don't matter how big your dick is, mate. If you can treat her right and eat that pussy like a lesbian, shoot. Quickest way to a girl's heart is through her pussy and her finger, her ring finger.
Too early for that. Ah!
We have
Oh, his girlfriend's not that bad looking, to be honest. I'll give him props on that.
routine, for example. Every night we have a chat before we go into bed.
So what's your excuse? I'm pulling the Uncle Sam here. What's your excuse? Speaking of Uncle Sam, look at that. Yeah, okay. What's your bloody excuse? Oh, you're too short. Women think you're creepy. Well, I hate to say it, but have you seen the wave of angry, pissed off women on TikTok talking about killing men? Huh. There's like 6 million women on TikTok screaming hashtag kill all men, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. And the reason why that is because of the way society puts way too much pressure on women and men to have sex, and then they systematically oppress women and men in different ways while also giving men more power. And then on top of that, these toxic ideologies are being spread about dating and romance, that what you see in porn, and like all women want is assholes kind of thing, and it's all bullshit, to be honest with you. This idea of, oh, you know, And that's the if it's your first time doing the nasty, don't be afraid to just take your time and foreplay and just savor it. You know, don't be in a rush to bust a nut, dude. That's what I'm saying. You know, like women when you're having your cunt railed out, you think that men could be smart enough to be a little bit more sensitive about the issue. That's all I'm saying.
He's my best friend.
Sounds
I
it.
never.
We have a chat before we go to bed.
We have a chat before we go to
Every
bed.
night before we go to bed, we have a chat, we talk, and then we go to bed. That is it. That is all we do together.
Had
Jesus.
that kind of connection with a man, to be honest.
Those ducks are beautiful.
Andrew believes that lying about his condition gives him his best shot at having a loving, caring relationship.
Bullshit, as Terrence Pop famously once said. Like, hey mate, if you're dating a chick and she's thinking, oh yeah, chicks enjoy sex as much as men, but they cannot be as open about it because it's seen as, oh my, that's so unladylike, piss off. This is why we have videos like WAP, where it's like, if you say anything about it, you're slut-shaming. And I fully agree, like, women, as long as you're not a sicko, who gives a fuck? As long as you know what I'm saying, that's pretty straightforward.
Honk.
In my way, I'm giving myself a chance.
Honk!
Honk. And he's got a fucking satchel.
And he's got baggy pants. I just remember I've got to take the washing out.
This video will be quick.
Myself a chance. I got to let people know me. Then let.
Because what happens when a chick lies about having kids? Or what happens when a chick lies about having STIs and then doesn't tell you? Kind of a nasty little surprise, isn't it? Oh, by the way,
People know the condition. If they don't know you, it's easy to. I believe it's possible for a woman to love me.
Oh, tell us how you don't have a penis, mate. Christ!
you gotta admire that man's confidence. Despite being born without a penis, he says to himself, he believes a woman can still love him. Well, there you go. Maybe, that's what it is. Maybe she, sucks your little area off, whatever, and you fuck her with the dildo. I don't fucking know. You find ways to be creative with it.
I believe it's possible for a woman to stay with me and have a normal, happy relationship.
Stay with me.
Cradle of filth. Stay with me.
And my
Lifeless pain.
He's different. He's unique, and that which I like.
He's a Ken doll.
He is unique.
Which I'm attracted to.
There's classic Aussie humor, dude.
I was really happy to find someone which I actually can trust.
Well, that's just the thing of it, man. Even if he can't provide, if you know what I'm saying, trust will get. That's what women want. They want to feel safe. They want to feel trusted in you as the man. It's almost expected of men to be providers in society, and we're demasculated if we have a small penis or if we can't provide. You know what I'm saying? It's this shitty thing about being a man, to be honest.
I do trust him.
Why doesn't he have a penis?
He was born without one, I guess.
After 40 years of hiding his secret, out of the blue, Andrew decides to end the lies.
Out of the blue. Look at this!
Yeah, out of the blue balls.
Imagine that. All right, let's act that out. All right?
Okay.
I'll be old, mate.
I'll be old, love. I'll just have no personality.
And I'll walk in and I'll go, look at this!
Oh my. Wow. Let's have a chat and go to bed.
And face up to the reality of
Are
his
they
problems
Jesus
for the
fish
first
mirrors?
time ever.
Maybe it was him
The
jump
fact that this dude's got Jesus fish on his, no judgment.
from a train. Oh no, that's dark.
But his first stop isn't a
No, that's
sit-down
me.
face-to-face
No,
chat
fuck
with
it.
girlfriend Fedra. It's the national tabloids.
Oh, that was a bit too far. As somebody who has had my trolls tell me to kill myself on a daily basis, I tell my trolls the same thing. I'm like, I'd like to see you do it first. You first. You know that scene in Tombstone? You go to hell. You first.
Oh, so he's not going to tell his missus. He's going to go to the papers. All right, fair enough.
As Andrew's secret becomes
This is
national
something a Gen
news,
Z would do.
Fedra
Yeah.
hears the
I
truth.
should tell her, but I
Oh,
don't.
Gen Z's the worst. Gen lazy. Yeah.
Both look first.
She learnt about my condition. She was sat next to me and she read it in the Sun.
Like, you hear Gen Z whining about online bullying, and I was like, oh, that's adorable. I've been bullied my entire life on and offline, and I'm still making videos. Fuck the trolls and suck it up.
I knew it.
What a prick.
He sucks.
What a wanker.
What do you do?
I don't have a penis. The man
Or
born.
Fedora, whatever her name is.
Fedora? God, that's a hard one to wear.
I don't.
From the newspaper.
I was so embarrassed to have done that to her, but it's like you're ending a relationship if you say it and you'll do anything not to end it.
So you.
Yeah, I wouldn't go public with it so much. Just kind of, that's a kind of private conversation. Like, oh, by the way, oh man, imagine having that conversation. Like, hey, you know, women are like men in that regard. So some of them like them bigger. Yeah. Now, if a woman desires men like Magic Mike because he's got the six-pack abs and the fucking python hanging between his legs, no one says, well, you're a cunt hypocrite, because you can't say that. But if a dude finds women like Kim Kardashian attractive, he's a pig, because that's setting an unrealistic beauty standard. More like double standard.
So you tell the paper?
Paps. Prince Harry 2.0.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to be involved in the media anymore. Let's release a book and a
And
podcast.
here it
And
is.
my wife, we're going to cause issues.
To say it, it's just madness. I don't have a penis.
The look on her face, too, like, poor Claire is just trying not to. And Butterfield's just laughing, dude. But I feel for this chick, man. That's gotta suck. Could you imagine being with somebody and not being able to have sex with that person? You know, like, if you're in a marriage, you know, maybe his dick don't work anymore, or maybe he don't got a dick, you know, whatever. That don't mean the fun gotta stop, you know. You just find creative ways to keep it alive, suck each other off, whatever.
Can that be the thumbnail? Just her
Say
face.
it.
Because there are men over a certain age who cannot take Viagra because it's bad for their fucking hearts. Like, you can make all these boner pills to give men back their manhood, but you can't make a goddamn pill that makes women fertile again. There are some women who are being forced to choose between a career and a family, and they try to juggle both at once, and it's unfair to them, to be honest.
Going.
I don't have a penis. He doesn't have peen.
He doesn't. Didn't you know something was up when he didn't try to flog you for the first 2 years?
As in sex,
This
not.
could
Yeah.
be the beginning to the end for Andrew.
And you gotta think, how many assholes has this woman encountered to the point where she's just like, yeah, I know he ain't got one, but sometimes your pickings are slim and you just, you either say, nah, I'm good, or you go with what you can get and you don't complain about it, you know? Well, what I'm saying is, like, sex is not important. Society puts way too much pressure on people to have it. And going through an almost 6-year dry spell has taught me that. You know, because for like the first 2 to 3 years, it was like, oh, fuck, I want, for the first like 3 to 4 years of my dry spell, it was like, oh, God, I need some pussy, and sitting there all depressed about it and shit. And then one day I'm all watching a YouTube video and I'm thinking to myself, you know what, fuck that. I'm all for sharing power of equality with women, but at the same time, I'm not going to be depressed because I'm not getting any. You're giving them way too much power, dude. And when you're not getting any, you let it piss you off, it turns you into an either a raging feminist incel cunt. You know what I'm saying? Because you're either a raging feminist who hates men or you're an incel cunt. One of the two, right?
Fedra,
My
instead of
ribs
sitting
really
down and
hurt.
explaining why he hid his secret,
And what does that do? It just progresses your problem even further. So, like, I know. If you're pissed off because you're not getting laid, treat the opposite sex like shit. See what happens. Because I guarantee you that dry spell will last a lot longer, bud. And furthermore, if you're only being nice to women because you want to fuck them, fuck you. Fuck you. And then you sit there and bitch because women don't support men or men's rights. I'm like, well...
he refuses to talk about it.
I was angry of him because he
Well, look, here's the thing of it. I wouldn't just publish it to the world like, hey... You know that one scene in Family Guy where it's like, quick, is somebody here a doctor? And you hear Peter Griffin stand up. I have a 14-inch penis.
Why doesn't he have a penis?
he closed himself off. I said to him, listen, strangers knows more.
I actually admire this man's courage to do what he did, even though I would personally would have been like, you don't gotta tell the whole world, mate. Just, let your girlfriend know. It's kind of like when, like I said, if a woman has kids and doesn't tell you and you're not ready to deal with that as a man, you're just, you're like, nope, you have fun with that. You are, nope. Or like, what if you're a trans woman and you still got your penis? And like, that's kind of the conversation that, ew. I feel like if that's your thing, do it up as long as you're all consenting adults who are alive and non-related. Hey, and you're both human,
About you like I do, and it's not right.
Agree.
I agree.
Andrew finds it difficult to talk to Fedra, and he rarely talks to his mother about.
Really doesn't.
Okay, so let me get this straight. He has a problem with talking to his girlfriend Fedra about his issue, but he can go on to a Sun tabloid magazine, and its front cover, this man has no penis. I'm like, I don't understand that kind of logic, dude.
Why talk to his mother about it? Mom, I've still got no cock.
For 20 years after
Yeah, I'm pretty sure your mom would know because she gave birth to you, you wank.
home, he's returning and ready to open up.
Oh, tell your missus,
He's going to
mate.
tell his mum. He's going to like, I don't have a penis, mum. And she's like,
I
I
know.
know. I bit it off.
Ew.
Andrew grew up in Mosley, Greater Manchester. His start in life could not have been much tougher. He was given up for adoption by his young mother even before he was born.
Oh.
Very sad, but
What happened to your penis? Front door's nice.
He was placed in social care and spent the first year of his life in and out of
with a
hospital,
penis.
undergoing painful corrective bladder surgery.
Oh.
Nurse Pam Walker
Bloody hell. Oh, dude.
and her husband Mike already had 3 children of their own.
Which is beautiful.
Oh.
Please, Pamela, explain.
Okay, there's a big difference between... Oh, God, don't even get me started on that. Okay, this poor bastard was born without a bladder, so he had to, literally start life getting surgeries to correct that shit. Bloody hell.
Why he doesn't have a penis.
But were determined to take in the tiny, broken baby.
Beautiful child. Lovely blonde hair.
Lovely.
You wouldn't know that there'd been anything wrong with him. It was only apparent nappy changes and bath time.
Yeah, obviously.
They told us he would have to have operations throughout his childhood.
So he must have had a bladder issue. Is that...
They'll tell us.
Oh, the fuck, I want to.
Can you pump up the volume?
I think it's as loud as it
By
goes.
the age of 10, Andrew had undergone
Yeah.
15 major operations to get his bladder back inside his body and get
Oh.
some control over his water works. Doctors told his new family he would face life without a penis.
That's easy. Probably me.
We're bad people.
Horrible. Like babies are born with their bladder outside their body and organs outside their body. Horrible. But imagine a doctor sitting you down and going, son, you're facing a life without a penis. That is all.
I mean, would you be laughing, Butterfield, if it was you? Nah, not really.
Oh, darling.
Goodbye. It's tough.
Oh, no wonder he's a bit
I don't know
weird.
what I'd do without a penis. What would I beat you around the head with?
Oh, ha ha ha, he has no dick.
Just come out of hospital there. 6 weeks. You used to come every night, didn't you? You didn't miss a night.
I never missed. Why would I miss? I wouldn't do that.
So his urine comes out his bottom.
He might just have a little tube or something.
Internally, yeah.
Well, he has to pee.
Exactly.
You know what I'd do if I was born without a penis? I'd go outside of like a hospital and I have put a hospital gown on and sprint around and going, they took my cock! They took my cock!
In the vasectomy section.
In the vasectomy.
Yes!
Walk outside the vasectomy section. Oh my god, my dick's missing!
It's gone!
God, that's horrible.
Ooh, his eyebrows are a bit skewy there.
Aware of all the implications.
Yeah, I think that hit us with 14.
She looks like the female Brian from the Durries.
It touched him a bit now.
No ball games. Hilarious. So you're going to tell Paul
Though
Fedra?
Andrew does now have an intimate relationship, his inability to discuss his condition is threatening to derail it.
Now she's painting eyeballs.
Just talk about it, mate. Like, obviously it must be tough, but Christ. If you're going to talk about it with your partner, I can tell Claire anything.
Oh, and he does.
Like, anything.
I can smell it from here.
What do you
Because
think?
that's how you do it. We tell each other everything. And I tell you too much.
What do you think, Dobby?
Isn't he beautiful?
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to make of this video. All I can say
I liked it.
is let me know what you think in the comment section
Do
below.
you have a penis?
I don't think there's anything else that came out of this video.
Nah, it's just Fedora having a whinge. Making shit art.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, good. If you didn't, suck us off. We'll see you next time. Go and check out the Mum and Dad show. It's on Spotify. It's us in a podcast.
Yes.
It's very good. Toodaloo, au revoir. Bye-bye.
Bye, take care.
Dude, bye.
That's gotta fucking suck, dude. That has got to be fucking just miserable YouTube. I'm over here like, look, you can go on some fucking magazine and talk about it, but you can't talk about it with your girlfriend. And at this point, if she's still with you, despite not having a dick, mate, you found someone. Good on ya. Fuck what anybody has to say.
Let me pull up this clip here.
Sure.
We have it from And Woke.
And here we are to the part 2 of our video. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe, comment. Power to the people. Okay, I'm so tired of people making it about black power, white power. It's just fuck that. It's power to the people, man. We gotta unite ourselves. That's what I believe in. Yeah. Disney slammed for white Proud Family reboot, crying about white fragility. Oh, jeez. I binge watched the entire series, Prouder and Louder. Growing up as a kid, I did watch it with my sister, even though I'm not a fan of Disney Channel personally. If I had a favorite character, it'd probably be Poppy. That fucking laugh, dude, is iconic as his green hair. However, we live into a culture today where, you know, because of things like slavery and the way blacks were treated, you know, it's now become culturally acceptable to be an ass to white people. As like some kind of what I call revenge racism. And I'm like, it doesn't work. All it does is create more segregation, man. But, yeah. So it's going to get a little edgy with that kind of content. If you don't like when I go off on this kind of rant, I'm going to be very PC about it. Just tell it like it is without being an ass. Then fucking hit the back button if you don't want to see it. And, Fox News did a segment on the Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, where Zoe was apologizing for her whiteness. How she owed her friends. And it's like, okay, white guilt is a thing, and it sucks because I genuinely feel bad about the way Native Americans, women, blacks, gays, and trans, etc. were treated. But at the same time, I'm not responsible for that. And now it's become a thing where it's like if you attack somebody for being straight, white, cisgendered, or male, they're forbidden for right there in today's culture, right? Fucking, they demonize you like you're the asshole. And I'm like, look, if I had any control over it, them slave owners would have been getting what's getting, you know? Boy, I told you to treat the Negro with respect.
Is the name of the Twitter account. Yeah. And it's this viral clip from the Proud family. This tweet has 7.2 million views. Good. So maybe what Disney is doing with...
So the remake wasn't that bad. I binge watched it in one day, and it features some new characters just to keep it modern and fresh. A gay couple who adopts 2 kids, and one of Penny's friends is super gay and has the very cliche, stereotypical homosexual male voice, you know, so that you know how that goes. It just feels overplayed, like you're trying way too hard to be woke and make people feel included, like, oh hey, sorry we treated you gays like crap. And sometimes it comes off as like you're forcing people to accept it, and it makes people reject it even less. Growing up, I was not forced to accept the whole gay, trans thing, whatever. And because I dressed up in goth makeup, I quite often would get made fun of for painting my nails and wearing eye makeup. People would call me a faggot. People would call me a tranny. And I'm like, I'm a dude. I'm goth. What is your, you know what I'm saying? So even though it was thrown at me as an insult, I still support. As long as you're not a sicko, who gives a fuck? You know.
These ridiculous cult shows is trying to get us to talk about it, promote it. But let me play for you this clip, which is gonna it's gonna numb your brain. You're gonna be so angry. So let's just play. Let's play it. I'm gonna try and make sure it's not too loud to start. But here we go. Wait, hold on. Up. We switch the audio. I got it. Let's.
Now, if it were racially reversed, would it be a different argument though? That's the thing of it.
Switch the audio over and then try again.
Oh, you understand love, don't you?
No, I do not understand anything about white fragility.
White fragility? What's that supposed to mean?
You know what it means. You're doing it right now.
Doing what?
Being defensive about race. Robert DiAngelo wrote a whole...
Oh, yeah, being defensive about race. Because, you know, let me ask you this. If you're a black person, do you not sincerely get sick and tired of people being racist towards you? Throwing all your black stereotypes in your face? And all the, you know, and I'm not going to say the word because I'm white, but Chris Rock said it in his comedic stand-up. You know, we call it having a cracker moment. You know what I'm saying? When you see one of your white friends doing some dumbass racist white shit, and I'm over here like, cracker, no, stop. Could you? Oh, he gonna do it. No. Could you not be the white stereotypes? Oh, that's just gonna make all of us whites look bad. No, stop. And all these fucking extremist leftist cocksuckers, they love to go off about how evil white people are. It's like, well, Adolf Hitler was white. And it's like, fuck Adolf Hitler and fuck you too.
Book about it. Read it.
Yet again,
on page 39.
same
on page 39.
cover and everything.
Like, the thing about this is that slavery has not existed for a very long time, except we are all slaves to our cell phones. But that's neither here nor there.
He wouldn't even look at the diary. He said his people would never own slaves. How could he just dismiss me like that? White fragility. Oh, Brother Kwame.
Brother Kwame, tell us about white fragility. There's Brother Kwame. You teach the kids what's really going on with critical race theory.
That's one of the Hodge twins right there.
They actually show the book. This is a Disney show.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. the two characters that are arguing, this is an interracial gay couple. The crazy thing about it is,
holy crap, Disney, interracial and gay. The progressive points are strong with this one. Like, what's next? We're gonna have a rainbow-bladed lightsaber. Nothing wrong with it, but like it feels forced, you know? And it's created a sense of entitlement with certain people. Not all of them, just certain people where they feel like, you know, and then the other half feels like it's being forced. Like,
adults who understand psychological manipulation and cult.
Psychological manipulation? I understand that all too well.
And things like that certainly understand that it is a couple. The crazy thing about it is, we as adults who understand psychological manipulation and cults and things like that certainly understand that it is a fallacy to be like, if you are defensive, therefore it proves it. Like, you literally can never defend. It's a paradox. And
fucking exactly. Sharon Osbourne fucking said it when she was being attacked for being racist. Like, okay, so if you ask questions to educate yourself and because you're not like that, and you can't even ask questions without somebody being like, how dare you? How dare you? How dare you? Winning it, no.
That's what white fragility is. If you're a white person,
I still don't understand what it means.
See, there you go. That's where he's not getting mad about it. He's not assuming, oh my God, where's this conversation headed? I swear to God.
It means, the idea is, white people are very fragile. It's meant to insult and incite an emotional response to make.
Yep. This is not your fight, and your white tears are fake, and you're a piece of shit who's oppressing me still. At this point, I'm like, okay, we've had a half-black president, dude. Come on. As a white person, I get tired of being demonized for the color of my skin. And it's nowhere near as bad as what blacks have had to face. Let's get that 100% right now, YouTube.
Angry, thus eliciting a reaction that you can use to justify.
And that is like some like female tactic type shit. Like, you know you're losing the argument, so you try to piss off the other person so you can justify them by saying, well, fuck you for saying that, you know? It's bullshit. That's called word manipulation. You know, Bill Barr said it. When women are losing the argument, they will fucking do some shit to try to piss you off because, you know, testosterone makes men do stupid things, and it makes us easily aggressive. And women know this, and they do it anyways because it works. You know, maybe you're afraid you'll die alone. So then your girlfriend says, well, that's why you want me to break up with you, so you can die alone. And then you call her a cunt, and now you're in this room. It's what it is. Well, I know what I said was mean, but that's no reason to call me a cunt. That's it, mister. No sex for 2 weeks, and you're doing the dishes. Yeah. And you know how you fucking do that shit? You just fucking, you gotta give them their own medicine without being like physical, you know? It's what it is. It's what the fuck it is. Men are like physically stronger than women, and that's why people get a little offended when you see the trans athletes beating the fuck out of females. Yay, progressivism. No. And if men are not like physically built stronger than women, how come it's socially unacceptable for us men to just beat the shit out of a woman, but if we piss her off, she can slap us around? Right. Yay, double standards. No.
Saying to others. So an example of scenario. Let's say.
So like basic, yeah. Okay, what's he gonna say?
You accuse Phil of being racist because he's white and therefore. Phil then says that's not fair because.
And it's extremely unfair because there are a lot of white people who are just like, hey man, I'm just trying to live my fucking life. You know, I'm not responsible for the fucking assholes that treated your people like shit. It's just one of those guilty by association kind of things. You know, not all black people are gangbangers, and sure as hell, not all white people are racist. The fuck out of here, dude.
Because you immediately interrupt and say, you are fragile, which is an insult to anybody, right? But here's what happens. The average person gets offended by being called fragile, and then you turn to everyone and say, see, look how angry he's getting. He's irrational.
It's narcissistic personality disorder behavior.
That is, dude. It's like, well, how would you feel, though? If, like, you know how it is. You know how it fucking is, people. You know how it is. We can go off and call every man a fucking pig, but if you go and call every woman the C word, oh, you're a fucking misogynist. Fuck out of here.
Well, but actually, what they're writing about white fragility is psychological manipulation 101.
But that's what the kinds of minds that conjure this kind of double speak, and this is actually abuse.
It's
if you were in a relationship,
it's verbal abuse. I fully agree.
With a partner, and they were like, I don't like that you said this way, and you interjected and said you're being fragile. You're abusing them because you're making a statement and you're intentionally causing emotional distress, and then you're not allowing them to respond. And then when they do respond, you're taking their response as an act of aggression, and and therefore you're abusing them emotionally.
The white fragility boils down to.
And what it comes down to is the problem with woke culture is people take it too fucking far. They do. If Caitlyn Jenner wants to identify as a female, yeah, more power to her. They, them, whatever her fucking pronouns are, don't care. But as long as you ain't a sicko, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying, YouTube? It's just that fucking simple. And the fact that there are people out there trying to normalize it because two gay men want to get married, I'm like, no. Fuck you.
Any attempt at explaining why you reject racism.
And then because I say crap like that, I get told, well, you're not woke enough, Cobra. And I'm over here like, I'd rather be asleep.
Is proof you are racist. That's what white fragility is meant to represent.
It's ridiculous, and you're exactly right. It is manipulation. It's abuse.
So let me get this straight. If you come out in defense, hey man, if you come out and someone says all white people are racist, and you counteract with, oh hey, that's kind of an unfair stereotype. I'm actually one of the cool ones. I'm down for the cause. Yeah. And they say, well, now you're just using white fragility to defend yourself, so you're clearly a racist. And it's like, that's basically what he's saying, and it's just like, okay, I don't understand. Ow, my brain. I need caffeine.
Oh, and that's the entirety of the I'm trying to think of the best way to word it. It's the entirety of critical theories when applied in praxis, I guess they call it. But it's the entirety of critical theories when applied to everyday life. You look for a way to make the power dynamic, make yourself a victim in the power dynamic, and then you use that against the person you're talking to, whether it be race or whether it be LGBT issues or whether it be feminism. It's always a manipulation.
Yeah, and you can see how destructive this is because you hear the voice of, I guess, this couple's daughter being like, my dad wouldn't even look at this. Like, how could he be this way? So you're just so...
You have to watch the entire episode to get the context of it.
Doubt in this...
They were doing an episode on the day slaves got freed with the Emancipation Proclamation. And one of the characters found a diary of a freed slave woman kind of thing. So, yeah.
A complicated family structure.
And she has it's both of her dads they're an interracial gay couple. So
now she has one dad who is speaking.
I'm watching this going, do they just completely rewrite it, the whole script, and give Penny gay parents, just completely change the story just to fit some woke narrative and make people feel included, kind of thing. And I watched it. No, they didn't. It was new characters they introduced to the show, I guess.
And one dad who's actually racist.
But here's the other thing: like, if you're in an interracial couple and your partner feels like
Oh, and then that's the best part of it too. When I'm watching the Proud Family Louder and Prouder, in one episode, you literally hear one of the black characters say, and I quote, "Black people can't be racist." And I was like, racism exists in every race. That's why the word racism has the word race in it. The definition of racism should be, okay, if you're judging someone else's race based off of the fact that you think your race is superior, that means you're a racist. That's racism. That's, you know.
Why did you get married and have a kid?
How can you make that point?
Yeah, like if you feel like your white partner is racist, how can you get to the aisle?
And like another episode I watched where, okay, you're watching the Louder and Prouder Proud Family spinoff. There is this teen actor that all the girls at the school are going nuts over. Like, oh my god, you know. Penny's already got a boyfriend. So does La Cienega. So does everyone else in the group. The only one that doesn't have anyone is Zoe. And Penny's trying to ditch her man to get with the popular dude because all the girls want him, kind of thing. It's a super catty episode basically, and ooh. And then of course there came that moment in the show where Zoe gets the hot actor that all the chicks want, you know, and it's just like everyone's super jealous of it. And it turns into this big old cat fight, and it's just like, Jesus Christ. And then when they find out the only reason that the black dude wants Zoe is because he only dates white girls. And then, of course, because of that, you know, La Cienega and Penny Proud are throwing a little I got rejected fit over it and trying to be like, it's because he's a racist. And I'm like, and then the episode went on where they're like, black people can't be racist. And I'm like, oh my God. Instead of being happy for their female friend supporting her, like, get you some, Zoe, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Just, yeah. Fuck sickos. Nope. And then when they tried telling her, the only reason he's dating you is because you're white. Oh, God. Which, yeah, is pretty fucking shallow to only date someone based off of their race. But if that's your preference, as long as you ain't a sicko, who gives a fuck? Like, if you see an Asian person and they only date other Asians, no one's gonna be like, what are you, racist? You know? If you see black people only dating other black people, you know what I'm saying? No one's gonna be like, what are you, a fucking racist? No one's gonna be like, white people are beautiful too. And if you start going like that, then they'll be like, Cracker, shut the fuck up with your white tears. And I'm not trying to be a dick about it, but that's the truth. Like, you don't know the situation. Maybe, like, her dad is super protective of her, like any dad should be. Maybe the thought of him dating the thought of him watching his daughter date a white boy just makes him go, ah! And could you imagine, though? I mean, it's the truth. You got an older black man trying to raise his daughter with his wife or whatever, and fucking he's had to take crap from white people his entire life. So if he sees his daughter dating a white dude, you know, it's different. And that's the bitch of it, dude.
And say we should get married and we should have a life together.
But hold on, but not even that. How can you assume your gay white partner is racist if he's marrying you?
Yeah, well, that's like I mean, Ilhan Omar.
Yeah, that's exactly my fucking point. How is it white fragility if your gay partner is black? Because you see Disney tried really hard in this 2020 reboot.
See, like all these, everybody, you know, come on.
But it's still not nearly as bad as Velma. Oh, did I say that out loud? Shh. Okay, the last episode of Velma had me chuckling. It's like, you watch it because of how cringe it is. Like, oh, God. When are you gonna introduce Scooby-Doo the dog? Like, they were throwing... some of the episodes took it too far with the adult shit. Like, no.
Yeah. They all...
AOC's boyfriend, hold on. He is as ginger as it comes, if I remember correctly.
He represents the white person and all the white person jokes.
He does.
Like, in the original Proud Family, Michael wasn't even... He was a secondary character. He had a little bit of background time, so then they just changed his character completely for the reboot to fit the woke progressive.
I don't even know what he looks like, but I find it wildly comical. You know, when the George Floyd riots happened, I posted a picture of me. So my old Instagram was deleted, right? And I posted a picture holding a blue line flag in whatever city in front of like 20,000 people. And I wrote this whole thing about, I'm against police brutality, but I don't need my white friends to feel, I don't need white people to be ashamed of being white. That doesn't cure racism. And
There is. Thank you. That is so refreshing to hear. This is why I say power to the fucking people. That's actually really nice to hear, and you'd be surprised a lot of people of color feel the same way. Just the fact that you feel bad is enough. We live in 2023, where if you wanted, we could have a female, trans, non-binary, black, sparkly purple unicorn dragon president, and you will respect Madam Sir's president, they, them's pronouns, or so help me God. We'll cancel your ass. Cancellation. Sitting in yesterday, watching it slip away today.
of what CRT does is not about equality. It's and this is what's gone wrong.
And you know what pisses me off about that too? It's like, and I'm not trying to obsess over Ozzy and his wife, but you look at when Sharon tried to ask questions because she's obviously not a racist. If she was, she would have been like, okay, whatever. But educating yourself so you can be less, you know what I'm saying? It's the whole, exactly, it's this, you know, what was the word? Race baiting. There we go.
With so much of the leftist ideology, whether it's
what pissed me off about that is if you have a problem with Sharon, then email her, have an adult conversation. You know, don't drag Ozzy into it, you fucking assholes.
Critical race theory or LGBTQ rights, or people are
LGBTQ, yeah,
and feminism, third wave feminism.
Oh, third wave feminism could fuck off. Now that women have rights to men, they hate it. Like, we want to be treated just like men. No, you don't. You just want equality in pay and respect. Trust me, no one gives a fuck about men. If us men complain, we get told to suck it up. It's what it is. Hashtag girl boss, right? Right, ladies?
Some people are not fighting for equality. They're fighting for advantage.
Yeah.
And
so I say we give them equal pay and respect and shut the fuck up about it. It's just, it's a no-brainer, dude.
It's hard to, any of these issues, it's hard to even address seriously anymore because it's so blatantly bullshit. They can't put it on adults, and now they're transcribing and attacking children. Yep. And families are gonna like. How do you even have this conversation with your kid?
There's the intent. There's a saying that everybody's dealt a different hand, and it's about how you play the cards. Yeah, so some.
Imagine if you had a.
So some people get good cards, some people get bad cards, but you got to make the best of it. The funny thing is, you know, I'm going to use a bunch of poker analogies in the next couple of weeks because I've been playing Hold'em quite a bit. But I was playing this past weekend. Some dude won a massive pot with the worst possible hand you could have. He had 7-2 offsuit. He bluffed his way into it. You can get bad cards, but if you play the game right, if you know people, you can figure it. You can figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's also representative of the American dream. This is part of the deterioration of the ideology that if I can make it here, I can make it anywhere, right? Like we were talking about this before we went on air, right? Some of my backstory is like my mother was a crackhead. I was abandoned as a baby. I have a twin brother. My twin brother's in jail doing 20 years for trying to murder me. Right? He got high on dust, broke into my apartment in 2010. I came home. He tried to kill me. I've been sober 14 years. We both had a lot of problems growing up. We both grew up hanging on the streets. We were both drug dealers. I chose music, and then ultimately I chose recovery, and he chose to go a different path.
That's what I'm saying, man. You know, yeah, that's why you gotta get into like music and shit, you know. And like you got, you know, recognizing that you have a problem that you need to you know what I'm saying? Either you get sober or you cut down. Those are your only two options.
Life is. Life is about choices, right? And so I'm somebody who, you know, I know the power of making decisions and owning your decisions. And that your life is basically where your life is going to go in America is based on how much responsibility you take on yourself. And this stuff that it continuously promotes self-victimization. And what happens to people who continuously victimize themselves, they never achieve anything. They stay miserable and they look for someone else to blame. And you can get in a cycle of doing this. Your whole life will go by and you'll never do anything.
Yep.
Right? I call them barstool astronauts. Right? They're like, because that's what they do. I could have been a salesman. Oh, it's a tough job, you know. It's like coffee is for closers. And it's beyond race, right? Because how is it that I was able to come from where I came, sell millions of records, play on arenas, you know, make friends all over the world, have people love me, little kids singing my songs, and you know, I take care of my mother, I financially take care of my whole family, right? And so I don't want to lose that, and I don't like this. I don't like this messaging.
And that's kind of the end result, you know. You know, when you get to be a certain age and you got to help take care of your parents, that's what you're supposed to do, YouTube, in my personal opinion. You know, they raised you, so now, you know, it's the shitty part about life, but, you know, if you love your parents, you'll do it.
For African Americans, I don't like it for any Americans because it's a lie. It's fundamentally teaching white people are bad and African American people and minorities can never make it in this country because of white people. No, that's not true.
Yeah.
Look at every basketball player. Look at every rapper. Rap is the biggest, most popular selling music.
We're out on the halftime show.
The Army has
like
rappers
the
now.
big show. Everybody's watching the most expensive commercials, and it's Rihanna.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, look, I get it. This country, things used to be very racist.
Yeah.
And the 50s weren't that long ago. A lot of people alive today lived through that stuff. And then you have other countries which are still extremely racist because that's the world. But hey, man, the U.S. is one of the least racist places on the planet. If not, it is the least racist.
It is. Well, it's the most it's the most tolerant, right? You know, it's like I've seen people, you know, when you know, Israel and Palestine started firing at each other, and I'm not even going to get into my stance on that, but what I saw online was they were like LGBTQ for free Palestine, and I was like, if you go there, you'll die. Like, do you know, like, they might kill you. You can't go there, right?
I met a guy who said that Donald Trump is the least racist president this country has ever had.
Yeah.
And I thought that was funny, and I was like, even Obama? And he was like, oh yeah. And I'm like, it's kind of weird because Obama is, you know, half black, but he explained like U.S. policy and how things are changing and how you end up with Trump. And he says like, no, I think Trump's racist, but like the least we've ever had. And he was basically explaining like, yo, he's like, we had presidents who owned slaves, man. Come on, it's not a high bar. Like, it's easy for Trump to be the least racist president, and this is a guy who didn't like Trump. But the point is, yeah, we're making things better all the time. This is the opposite of that. Yeah. The white fragility stuff is racial tension. Yeah. The hands up, don't shoot stuff, Black Lives Matter stuff is all making things worse. Yes. And I think they want that. Well, I think Democrats,
well, that's the thing of it, man. Between the white fragility bullshit and the assholes who ruin it for BLM, it's exactly what he said. It's racial tension, you know. If you're trying to get blacks and whites to get along, and for black people to have more equality and justice for people like George Floyd, creating more chaos and more racial tension just because you're mad. Now I get it, dude. It's like when somebody punches you, you know, your first instinct is to punch them back, you know what I'm saying, kind of thing. But ugh. Another peaceful protest erupted out today as people had laser pointers pointed at their face. Molotov cocktails going through your car. Like, I don't think a BLM peaceful protest is gonna be covered on my State Farm insurance. God damn it. I'm like, no, cracker, no, I just got it waxed. Hey, man, that's a hot ride you got there. No. Hey, didn't you say you wanted to put flames on your car? Not like this, cracker, no.
And leftists want it because it allows them to sow chaos.
Well, BLM has also been hijacked, right? Like, I was on a podcast last year.
Well, to be fair, the left and the right both like to use fear and word manipulation to sell their talking points. It's all designed to make the other side look bad and to make you feel stupid and mad. That's what it is. It's what the fuck it is. This sort of preachy bullshit we live in our society, you know? It's...
Andy Frisella's show with Hawk Newsom, who him and his sister started the BLM in New York. And it was originally to address the issue of police brutality against black men. He's not allowed in the organization. He's not allowed, no black men are allowed to hold position within the BLM corporation unless you're a trans man.
The people that are...
What the fuck?
Yeah, the people
you're not allowed to say this. Because they'll come for you.
The people that are most affected by violence from police, which is what BLM was started to address, the people that are most affected by it are young black men. I mean,
I think that's what I'm saying, dude, is like Black Lives Matter, the organization has lost its roots, man. It started off as something good for the community to address that issue, yes, but then it fucking spiraled out of control into these rioting assholes who are rooting stores and going nuts. And it's just like, okay, I know the pandemic sucked and sometimes cops can be racist assholes, but could we, no, we're doing this? God damn it.
Not allowed to have a job.
Straight to hell tonight. Oh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's all hijacked by leftists. The whole project, the entirety of the project is about leftism and not helping the most vulnerable people, or the group of people that need the help from Black Lives Matter the most.
Yeah.
It is totally and completely.
I completely agree 100%. Black Lives Matter has now become an organization where it's all about making money and flashing your rims. You know what I'm saying? They're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad because, man, you watch the report that they did on it, and it was just like, no, dude. And you cannot let that affect your opinion of BLM as an entirety. You know what I'm saying? Because there are still a lot of people who support them and who are part of that organization. And you know what I'm saying? It just... like, that's just it, though, man. When you have some asshole white person being your stereotypical racist, sexist, whatever, and it makes all white people look bad, that's how it is with Black Lives Matter, dude. You're gonna have that one asshole who ruins it for the entire group. Now everyone looks at it as a hate group, and it's stupid.
Illogical and has nothing to do with trying.
So I'm part of this Facebook group on YouTube for adults who have autism, and one of my fellow Aspies reached out, and he was just like, how many of y'all support Black Lives Matter? And the amount of hate that it got was so disgusting. Like, just the list of all these white fucking assholes. And I'm like, this is exactly why people create terms like white fragility. Well, I mean, like, if black cops were systematically murdering young white men and it was called White Lives Matter, would it be a different argument, you know? How would you feel? And then on top of that, a bunch of rich white assholes took that organization and then fucking flipped it on its head, and now it's become, you know?
Help young black men who are the most victimized group when it comes to police brutality.
Do you think there's any way to turn Black Lives Matter around? Do you think you could ever bring it back to being an organization?
That's like making
that did
McDonald's
good?
not about burgers.
But we have to ask the question, right?
I just think there needs to be.
I think they're trying to do that actually.
McDonald's sells salad. I mean,
I think the
and
issue.
chicken and fish.
I think that no, McDonald's will never be healthy.
so will Black Lives Matter be effective? Or
Tommy
be,
comes in with the voice of reason.
true to its original founding, I guess I should say.
I don't think that. Look, I think that the leftists, right? And this is all Republicans need to hear this and understand this, because this is where Republicans fail. They fail at culture. What the leftists are great at, their branding manipulation is.
That's because like 20 to 30% of Republicans, I'd say about 40% of Republicans are grumpy old men who are behind the times. Did I say that out loud? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you fuck with their guns or try to give women abortion rights, and they lose their shit.
Impeccable. Yeah. So they understand the key is to taking an unattackable position.
Look, cotton socks are terrible. Everyone knows it, and it seems like we get stuck in a cycle of buying cotton socks. You get a
And then using it as a cloak for communism or socialism or authoritarianism, right? Because everything's under the banner of tolerance of these like feigning false positive things, right? You know,
you can't call us back.
So let me get this straight. They're gonna fight police brutality with human riots and human brutality. Yeah. That's like saying, hey, look, there's a fire. Let's pour gasoline on it to put it out. No.
Yes, we just said we're not anti-bad guys.
Yeah. We Black Lives Matter. Yeah, obviously.
Right.
The sky is blue. Like, okay.
I say some lives matter, just not all lives matter. That's what I say. Because it doesn't matter what the fuck I say. I'm just a stupid autistic on YouTube.
Water is wet.
Right.
Yes,
but if you're against us, you're against.
We all agree.
The thing.
Yeah, but then that's the thing.
And that's the thing too, is I don't let the assholes ruin it on my opinion. I support Black Lives Matter because how would it feel to be in a black person's shoes? That's how you gotta think of it, dude.
People say, oh, you can't be racist if you're black. I'm like, well, as someone who is black, who went against an organization, I've never been called the N-word so much in my life by other black people who are mad that I pointed out that the money that was being raised was not going.
It's not the friend kind of N-word.
Let me tell you. I have
caught a couple of hard-ons in the homies.
I have not seen people at a...
Yeah, okay, if black people can't be racist, then why the fuck are y'all calling each other the N-word? Like, y'all lose your shit. If Eminem were to start going off and N-word this, N-word that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be like, the fuck? Yeah, black people can't be racist. Then what the fuck is Kanye West? Well, anti-Semitic, but that's... Yeah.
Conservative rally, shout...
Could you imagine, though, if, like, Eminem wore a White Lives Matter t-shirt and started dropping the N-word left and right and supporting Adolf Hitler? I'd be like, yo, he'd be canceled so fucking quickly, dude. A lot quicker than Kanye would have got canceled, you know? Like, I'm sitting there going, the fuck? Kanye West up in here supporting Adolf Hitler. I'm like, the fuck? Is this cracker hitting the crack pipe? Is that what...
N-word. at anybody, but I have.
And it's like, well, he's got mental issues, Josh. It's like, yeah. Allegedly, he's schizophrenic or some shit like that, or multiple personality. I don't fucking know. It's all labels. Our society is full of nothing but labels, and it gets annoying, you know.
On numerous occasions, white anti-fascists, Antifa,
Screaming at black police officers.
No, and people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the story I often tell in Portland where there was a black Proud Boy, and they were all screaming the N-word at him, I was just like, holy! I can't believe right now I'm standing in Portland, and all these white people are yelling the N-word at this guy.
Yeah, there's only 3 black people in the whole city.
It's crazy.
You know, when I went there, they all were like, "Hey, just so you know, we're the only 3." I'm like, "Cool, thanks, bro."
You're number 4. You know.
I was just passing through.
It was nuts, man.
They got one of them. They got 1/3 of them.
But this is what I see. I saw this in Sweden too. Bunch of white people, majority, claim that they're not racist, and then they do things to prove they're not racist while enacting policy that is extremely racist, or pushing policies or other things that are racist.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about what is that an example of? Is that to deal with the Syrian?
I mean, if you have one side of the coin where you got people going, I'm sick and tired of X, Y, and Z, giving my side of people grief for the assholes that ruin it for my side of things. But then in that same fucking coin, you treat the X, Y, and Z like they're all the same. That, my friends, is called hypocrisy. And it stinks worse than a big old pile of steaming Wyoming horse shit.
Refugees?
So Sweden's got multiple problems. They've got Somalian refugees from the 90s, and they've got Afghanistani refugees. And
Syrians now as well.
I don't think Syrians was that as much.
Okay.
Now, how did that episode end? Zoe broke up with her boyfriend, I guess, because she didn't like the way it was tearing up her friendship with her gal pals. And when she found out that the only reason he dated her was because she was white, it made her feel like, oh, geez, you know, and it was this over Hail Mary attempt to be like, oh, white people bad, you know, kind of thing. That's pretty much how that ended.
So I was there in November. There's some stuff.
There's Syrians. When I was there a few years
Germany
ago,
too,
it is a lot of people from Afghanistan, and the problems that people refer to in Sweden are the children of the Somali refugees from the 90s. So what the Swedes did was they were like, we're not racist. We're going to bring all these people in, and then shoved them all into ghettos.
Yeah, didn't integrate them at all.
Which created huge.
France did the same thing.
Right. It just creates. So
did Belgium.
Because they're like, we're not racist, but you can't live near me, and they push them all out.
Yeah, but that's the not in my backyard thing. There's multiple issues with that stuff too. It's like there are certain countries that they move to a place and then they don't acclimate, right? And then they start gangs and there's criminality and rape and all this other stuff that these countries are like they don't even know how to deal with it. Yeah. You know, so that's a whole other issue in and of itself.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.
Yeah, thanks for streaming. You know, like I said, it don't matter if you're black or if you're white or if you're Indian, Hindu, Mexican, whatever. As long as you ain't a sicko, who gives a shit? Okay, fellas? Get you some of these tactical soap products. That God of War beard oil will leave your shit soft as a motherfucker, dude. And this is why I preach power to the people, because the power is in our hands. United we stand. This is why it's called the United States of America. And I thank you for watching.